Okay, so here's an interesting one that I made for a friend of mine who's runs a nonprofit and is doing an auction. So that was a 3D model I made of a surfboard with his emblem in it. This is some monkey pod wood that I got here. It naturally fell in the woods here, and one of my friends has a chainsaw sawmill and they chopped it up. So I cut that in half, measured it out, got out some purple heart I bought at Woodcraft and set that up to the right thickness. Go ahead and cut that out. And what I'm doing here is I'm making just a stripe down the middle to give a little break up. This is going to be a charcuterie board. You can see here, Rooney's watching, making sure everything's OSHA compliant. But I'm just making it right down the center to give it sort of a guide right down the middle where it belongs. And then glued it up. Now, I did let this glue up sit for longer than I want to admit, because this project was supposed to take a couple days, maybe a week, and it took 2.5 months. In fact, the auction's already live, so make sure you go check it out. It's got like 5 days left on it. Go bid on this. I'm going to mail it to whoever wins it. I will mail it for free, and the money goes to a good cause. So there I am. I run it through my buddy's planer just to get it all level. There was a little bit of warping. I saw a little potato chip whenever I cut the board in half, but all level now. And then I used his CNC. My shaper doesn't really do well for this, and my Snapmaker CNC is really for smaller, finer cuts. So there's the surfboard cut with the purple heart right down the center, and break it out and kickflip. Nailed it. Rounded the edges. This gives it a nice break. Also, if this is actually ever used for food, that just helps keep the food from the sharp edges in your hand from it. So here's my Snapmaker CNC. As you can see, it's smaller. That piece of wood that I was cutting that out of, that's actually a piece of teak from the USS Missouri that I'm going to embed in there. And there I cut out the hole for it, and I'm bringing the top down. I like the sharp edge against the rounded corner. And I made it too small, so I'm cutting out the last piece that I had with that last piece of Missouri teak, and boom, cut myself. So no pain, no gain. But luckily that piece fit because I have no more of that Missouri teak. And I went ahead and engraved the next swell, which is the nonprofit organization's name, emblem in there, and the Hawaiian Islands. So with this board, you're getting a piece of wood that fell naturally in the woods here, a nice piece of purple heart down the center, and some history on the USS Missouri, which is the battleship that the Japanese surrendered the war on. So that's a really cool piece. I hope you guys like this. I hope you go bid on it, and I look forward to mailing you this. Okay, bye.